do with what we got, I guess.
Virtual Talladega Superspeedway will be our playground, if you will, for this sixth round of ENEA competition. I'm Rick James, and it's my pleasure to bring you uninterrupted green flag coverage of the show. This sixth race of the third season of ENEA about to get underway. TRT on the pole. He's got Hound Dog, who is outside waiting for the green flag through the Freedom Ventures restart zone, and we're racing in Alabama. First lap brought to you by Freedom Venture Properties and complete with the number one of TRT leading the way. The ENEA Hound Dog sitting in second. The Real MT sitting third. 13 says, by the way, that was really nice the way you all did a tribute for our mom. It was our pleasure. He's referring to a couple of weeks ago. We had a loss in the ENEA family. This driver right here, the number 42, Credit One Chevrolet, that pilot, the Real MT, and that family suffering a tragic loss in the entire racing community. Not just ENEA pulling together, doing some tribute pace laps for the entire family. We had about 5 or 6 extra drivers not even participating in the show that was a part of that beautiful tribute. And what a wonderful way to show affection and love for your fellow racers. In the middle, Dodge Dakota in that number 2 now with 27 laps remaining in this first stage. Old Tweeter in the number 21. Red cap, Menards, Ford getting shoved to the back. Single file for most of these drivers. KFB 18, last year's 6-time winner. Now fighting with that 11 contact at the back. That's Pot Pie and Dip 9 in the number 11. FedEx Camry, he was one of the first ones in the chat, welcoming himself, saying, Vamos, he's ready to go. 26 laps remain in this stage. 3 stages will be how we'll divide this race tonight. 29, 28, and 37 laps respectively, with about 20 laps of range for each of these drivers. Dr. Bush in the number 24, Exalta Chevrolet with a big shove from the number 9 KBB car of ENEA Lindo up his back pipes. Monster 02 in the number 48 Allied Tribute Machine all the way at the back of this race. ENEA Shotgun running 11th right now, pushing Old Tweeter in the 12, Crusher in the 12 car, Tweeter in the 21, Inferno Speed from the great state of North Carolina in the number 22. ENEA Knockout, already a DNF in this race. And the Fastenal Ford will not finish. Big hit to the points. PTH the GOAT, who was one of last year's finalists for the championship with no draft. And at the front, TRT has led every single lap this evening. Hound Dog in the 3 car, diligently following 3 Chevrolets in the top 3. The Real MT sitting third, 1-3-42. 5 Chevrolets in the top 5. The 38 of Annihilator, who started in the top 5, all the way knocked to the back. Henny in the number 12 Jack Link's Ford, drafting with the 2 of Dodge Dakota. He's got Old Tweeter behind him. The Wood Brothers Ford helping the Penske's along, but now the 18 of KFB to the inside of Dodge Dakota here for position. There goes the 18 well to the inside, getting a draft. Now behind the 11 of Pot Pie and Dip inside the final 25 in stage number 1. The 24 of Dr. Bush shoots to the outside, looking for some sort of pass on the outside, but it will be a numbers game. Drivers need to remind themselves it's going to take more cars on the outside to overtake opponents on the inside. Lindo in that number 9 KBB Chevrolet comes into this race 16th in points. He is only 4 digits above that playoff cutoff. Lindo with no wins this season, and as far as top 10s are concerned, only 2 in 5 races. But now to the outside, trying to draft with the 24 of Dr. Bush. Here comes the 2 of Dodge Dakota to the inside of the 24 car. All this for position now as they come to that start-finish line. 22 laps remain in the opening stage. The 1 of TRT has led every single lap so far, but look at this train being broken. The Fords have now infiltrated the top 5 as Dodge Dakota sits in 4th behind the 42 of the Real MT. Here comes the 24 of Dr. Bush to the outside. He's got help from Lindo in the 9. Still 3 Chevys in the top 3. Old Tweeter in the 21 car, drafting behind the 12 of Henny. Out of the 4th corner, you can see there's contact with the wall. The 12 of Henny will drop to the back. Tweeter now sucking up to the back of KFB 18 with 11 to go in the opening stage. 21 to go in the opening stage, pardon me. KFB in the number 18, M&M's Camry, now drafting with one of his Gibbs teammates, the 11 of Pot Pie. Where will these Toyotas end up now? They're rounding out the top 6. Dr. Bush in the 24, now having to draft off of the 38 FAS Ford of Annihilator. Here comes the 11 of Pot Pie. Can't make a move to the outside. Contact with the 21 of Tweeter. 3 wide now through the 3rd corner. The 2 of Dodge Dakota left on the outside. They're trying some middle lane tactics, but it goes nowhere. The 24 of Dr. Bush now to the inside of Dodge Dakota. Drafting off the 11 of Pot Pie and Dip, but trying to slingshot on the outside. KFB 18 now to the inside of the Exalta Chevrolet. Will that Exalta Chevrolet lose position to the 2 car? No. 20 laps now to go in this opening stage. Still your top 3 Chevrolets, the 1, the 3, and the 42 of TRT. Then you've got Hound Dog in second, Commando Griff. I'm sorry, not Commando Griff. The 42 of the Real MT sits in 3rd. Commando Griff in the chat says Rick James is one smooth operator, and these guys are putting on a show. Thank you, Griff. Really appreciate that. What a sweet thing to say. Look out for Commando Griff. He'll be joining us for some future broadcasts, not only on the console side, but on the iRacing side as well. Starting July 5th, we'll be picking up OG Racing League on the iRacing side. See what those boys can put together, but we'll see what these Toyotas can now put together. More speed, more cars at least, with momentum on the outside, the inside lane with the shorter route around. But these 2 Toyotas, with help from the Wood Brothers Ford, now mounting a charge. The 18 of KFB on the outside with help from the 11 of Pot Pie and Dip. These drivers looking for any advantage they can get. 3 cars now to the inside, nose to tail, but no help from the 24 of Dr. Bush. The Real MT has to check up. No momentum for the inside line. Now here comes the Toyotas on the outside. The one car of TRT still leading, a one-time winner last season, looking to get his first win this year. 17 laps left in the stage. Next time by, drivers will need to pit if it goes green all the way. Now the outside line looking like it's breaking up, and it has broken up indeed. No momentum for these Toyotas and these Fords in the middle lane. All the momentum now on the inside line. Dr. Busch in the 24 with a big push from Annihilator in the 38. The Gear Wrench, Bass Pro, and Credit One Chevrolets of TRT, Hound Dog, and the Real MT leading in that order. Lindo now shoved to the outside, and he's got no help. Here comes the number 18 of KFB, the number 21 of Old Tweeter, and the 12 of Henny looking to overtake on the inside line. 19 circuits remain. Well, I'm sorry, 17 circuits remain. 16 to go next time by in stage 1. One driver notably not making the race today, Lucky Dog, 385 as he's known, going on his quest for 4 wins this season, but it's not meant to be for Lucky Dog. So we will have another chance for another winner. LGT, I think that is. Not sure what that gamer tag is. Cheering on his brother, the Real MT, saying, let's go. ENEA Shotgun in the 88 car. Now breaks into the top 10. Gets to the inside of Dr. Busch. Now those Hendrick Chevrolets lined up 9, 88, 24. Nose to tail at the back of this pack. Inferno Speed to the inside of Panic now. In the 19 Serious Camry, they make contact and some serious disadvantage now for the 19 of Panic. The 4 of PTH the GOAT looking to catch up, but with no draft, he'll need a caution. If we don't have a yellow in this stage, we'll take a 30-second break at the end of stage number 1. If you're just joining us, I'm Rick James, bringing you uninterrupted green flag coverage of round 6 of ENEA from the virtual Talladega Super Speedway. Out of the second corner, the 1 car still leads, but now the 21 with momentum on the outside. Here comes Tweeter in the 21 car. Now he's level with the 3 of Hound Dog. Tweeter coming into this race, falling behind in the point standings. He is 11th, still in the playoff picture, but by this time last year, he had a win in ENEA, and you can just see where the momentum seizes out of turn number 4. Annihilator trying to go 3 wide. Now to the inside line, getting a draft off of the 24 of Dr. Busch. Big shove, the 24 behind that 42. This time by across the line, starting to get 2 and 3 wide, a bit more brave now. Lucky number 13. Laps remain in this opening stage. The 12 of Henny on the outside now, getting a push from the 2 of Dodge Dakota. Now the 21 of Tweeter to the inside, and these 2 Penske Fords left to dry in the hot summer Alabama sun, and they can't decide on how to line up. The 2 and the 12 struggling to get nose to tail and draft back to the front. The 21 of Old Tweeter in that red cap Ford looking to gain some more position. Tweeter with 2 top 10s in 4 starts this season. He's looking to bring his top 10 percentage above 500 to go 3 in his 5 starts. A dozen laps remain in stage 1. Panic DNFing. No, he's not DNFing, just coming down pit road, possibly taking advantage of the situation. And Panic, he may go a lap down, but we'll see what advantage he gets. And the 38's gone around down the backstretch, still at speed. Now it seems like the Chevrolets have some vulnerability. Here comes the 9 of Lindo trying to get up to the top of this running order. 5 bow ties in the top 5, all single file, coming to 11 laps to go in stage 1. .67 miles if you like the original, not the current distance of the Talladega Superspeedway. You can see drivers now marking that they will come down pit road, the universal signal, everybody putting their tires under the yellow line saying, I am coming to pit. So now it will be who can get slowed down enough before that yellow line, before that commitment cone, the 4 and the 48 nose to tail. Here come the leaders coming for tires and fuel. The 88 of Shotgun now to the inside of the 21 of Tweeter. The lead handed to the number 9 of ENEA Lindo. Now the 24 of Dr. Bush. Everyone trying to signal. Look at this friction between the 18 and the 88. They grind aluminum down the Allison Superspeedway through 3. Will all of these drivers come down this time by? 9:24:21, your top 3. Who comes down pit road? The 9 of Lindo looks like he will come down pit road. Everyone's got to get it woed down to 55. Does the 88 get it slowed down? He comes in awfully hot. There you see the 12 of Henny coming down at a great rate of speed. 9 laps to go the next time they cross the line. And these leaders better hope they did not incur a penalty. It could cripple their stage 1 results. PTH waiting for his work to be completed, and the Hunts brother Ford is down and away. There's the 1 of TRT. Where's the 3 of Hound Dog? There he is out of turn number 4. Both of these drivers with no draft help out of pit road. The Real MT and the 42 by his lonesome. The 11 of Pot Pie and Dip following closely behind. Here come all of these drivers out of pit road, and it looks like they each make it out with no penalties. Panic trying to get his lap back, and the current leader, the 88 of Shotgun, sits 3rd behind these leaders. We'll take a look at who our current race leader is. It's the 9 of Lindo coming out with no draft help, and he is a sitting duck, headed to 3. Commando Griff 3 says 18, the 1 Toyota in this group. And that 18 of KFB ended up winning 6 races last year. I think it may have been 7, but 5 of those wins came consecutively at the end of the season. Keep your eye on KFB 18. Lindo, your leader, the 88 of Shotgun sitting 3rd. Here comes the Jack Linksford of Henny in the 3rd position. 7 to go, next time by. Two Fords trying to mount the charge onto the outside of the 21 of Old Tweeter, followed by the 2 car. Dodge Dakota in that number 2 Auto Trader Ford at the front. 3 Chevys in the top 4. 9, 88, 12, Lindo, Shotgun, Henny, your top 3. They cross this line. Now 7 circuits remain in this opening stage, and that looks like the 19 of Panic, who's about to be swallowed alive by this lead group. 24 to the outside. Dr. Bush going to be left out to dry like an old beach towel left on the sand. He will have to sit and wait his turn to fall back in line. 6 laps to go this time by in the opening stage. Don't panic, but the 19 car, that Sirius XM Camry, now in front of the leaders. Will he remove himself coming into turn 1? Here come the leaders trying to get one last whiff of a draft off the 19, and the Sirius Camry moves himself to the outside. Hats off to the 19 of Panic, keeping himself well out of this equation. But now the question has to be asked, who's going to get around the 9 of Lindo? Will they leave it to Lindo too late? 5 to go next time by. A reminder, fans at home, we will take a 30-second break to keep those pre-rolls off, keep viewers engaged in the action as soon as possible. We will not miss a single lap of green flag racing. 9, 88, 12, your top 3 this time by. It's 5 laps to go. The 48 car up ahead of Monster 02. Will the 48 stay out of the way? A good time to get a look at this excellent Ally Chevrolet. The Richard Petty paint scheme on top, the Dale Earnhardt paint scheme that was made so famous here when Dale picked up his, famous well before that, but one of the more famous wins was Dale Earnhardt's 75th win here at the Talladega Superspeedway, sporting that iconic black number 3. It would be his 75th and final win, coming from deep in the field on the final restart to win that race, and his first Winston Million victory ever. Dale Earnhardt with a record 10 wins at the Talladega Superspeedway. Opened in 1969. This track in Lincoln, Alabama, holding a lot of fantastic history. What's going on between the 1 and the 19 of Panic? There's the 19 of Panic a lap down. The 1 car of TRT on the outside trying to make some moves happen. 10 o'clock now on the East Coast with 3 laps to go in this first stage. And hopefully the bump no longer affects these drivers. A shock to the servers that occurs normally at 10 p.m. Eastern. We seem to have survived it for now. The 18 of KFB to the inside. Now 3 wide for the second position. The 24 of Dr. Bush trying to regain some sort of control. KFB coming into this race leading these points by only 11 markers over PTH the GOAT, who finds himself well out of contention in this opening stage. Lucky Dog 385 with 3 wins this season. Comes in 3rd in points, but not present in this race. He's going to take a huge dip back. KFB, winless this season. He got 7 last year, trying to get his first this season. Teaming up with the 12 of Henny on the outside. Now leaving Henny, giving a big push to the 88. Support from the 1 gear wrench Camaro to the back of that 18 M&M's Mini Camry. 2 Chevys and a Toyota on the inside line. 2 to go this time by. The 11 of Pot Pie and Dip, he comes into this race 10th in points. 93 markers off the lead, but he's only 38 markers ahead of 16th place. 16th is the cutoff for the playoffs. There are the points coming into round 6. You see Lindo right above that red line, right above the cutoff as the 18 of KFB now shoots to the outside. KFB in the 18 car on the high lane with no support, falling well to the back. Dr. Bush now sitting in third. Those three Hendrick Chevrolets, 9, 88, 24, your top three. White flag in stage two, this time by Lindo leading the 88 car of Shotgun, well behind him. 2.66 miles remain in this race, and that's actually the end of the stage there. We're off by one. That is the end of stage number one. Lindo, Shotgun, Dr. Bush getting the top three spots. 30-second break, and we'll be back for the start of stage number two. Fans at home, if you're listening, thank you so very, very much. You are watching Rick James TV ad-free because you've decided to be a subscriber, and we just can't do the show without you. Thank you, fans. We greatly appreciate all your help. Fans at home, if you want to know how you can go ad-free with Rick James TV, all it takes is a subscription, but you don't only have to subscribe through Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe through Prime Gaming. You can try a 30-day trial, or it's just $12.99 a month, but you get free games and in-game loot every single month, plus Prime Video as well. Loot for Destiny 2, loot for FIFA 21, League of Legends, Apex Legends, GTA money every single month, Red Dead Redemption loot. Green flag is out for stage number two. The 9 of Lindo, the 88 of Shotgun, starting 1-2 for the start of the stage. Going down the list here of those games with Prime Gaming: Maple Story, Rainbow Six Siege, Helix Jump, plus you get free games every single month. Get yourself Prime Gaming, get that free subscription to Rick James TV, and go ad-free whenever you watch. And there's a big wreck at the back now. Cars slamming the wall. 2, 3, 4 cars going around right after the restart. Yellow flag is out. First caution of the night, and a huge wreck at the back. Your top three still Lindo, TRT, Henny, and it looks like drivers just trying to draft a bit too aggressively. There's our point standings brought to us by Freedom Venture Properties, the Chattanooga-based real estate company. Freedom Venture Properties are here to free you of the real estate burdens, leading their clients into freedom. Their process includes an offer that is fair, a process that is quick, and a process that is easy. They are here for you. Reach out to them today. You can email them at info@Freedom Venture Properties. Check out their Facebook or their website spelled the same, freedomventureproperties.com. Through the Freedom Venture restart zone, it's the 9 and the 42, Lindo and the Real MT side by side, waiting to kick up the green flag, and we're racing again in stage number 2. The 12 car of Henny now mired back in the traffic, trying to draft further up. Dodge Dakota behind that 12 car, trying to get some semblance of a run in the outside line. The 19 of Panic now got his lap back, but still at the back of this lead pack. KFB in the 18 car to the outside, trying to make that run happen. Here comes those Toyotas on the outside, led by the 11 of Pot Pie and Dip. Toyota, Chevy, Ford, your top three. the 11 car of Pot Pie and Dip, new leader at Talladega. But here comes the 1. TRT now to the outside, drag race to the line. The 1 of TRT just beats him to the line. He's got the 4 of PTH behind him, the 21 of Old Tweeter supporting in third. New leader TRT, but here comes these Mustangs working hard on the outside line. Another drag race down the back. The 9 car of Lindo joining that fight up the inside line with the 24 of Dr. Bush in support. 1-4-21, but now here comes the Toyotas once again with support from the 9 of Lindo, who's losing momentum on the inside line. Pot Pie and Dip looking to the outside, tries the crossover now. The 1 with no support. Bump draft from the 18 to the 11. This time coming across the line, it's gonna be Pot Pie and Dip who leads the lap. KFB sits in second, 20 to go in stage 2. Next, time by Toyota, Chevy, your top 3. The FedEx Camry of Pot Pie leading for the first time today. Out of the fourth corner, car 11 leading the 18 with the 9. These drivers will need to make pit stops from here. Even if it goes green the entire distance, drivers shouldn't have more than about 20 laps of range in these race cars. Stage 2 that we're currently in will be a distance of 28 laps as fellow Yeeter 18 just follows. Thank you for that follow, fellow Yeeter. We appreciate you so very, very much. Now into the third quarter, the 11 still leading the 18 with the 9 of Lindo in pursuit. Can these two put together the same sort of drafting success the Chevrolets had on the outside? But here comes the 18 of KFB. Now just getting support from Lindo in the 9. The 24 of Dr. Bush moves into third. Shotgun fourth. TRT in that 1 gear wrench Ford now following recently, and now to the outside of that 9 car. He's got no help. Here comes the rest of the cavalry up the inside line. 19 to go in stage 2. The 9 of Lindo once in that top 3, now making contact with the real MT to the inside. Following the 12 of Henny, he's got support from Annihilator in that 38 car. The 48 of Monster 02 following behind the 19 of Panic. Here's the 88 of ENEA Shotgun. Comes into this race 7th in points. Drivers fading to the outside. That's Lindo in the 9. Shotgun sitting 7th in points, 74 behind the leader. He finds himself just under 60 points into safety. 3 top 10s this season for the pilot of the number 88 Valvoline Chevrolet. No wins so far in these 5 starts. He'll be going for his 4th top 10 in 6 attempts. But now he's getting shuffled out of the top 5, almost out of the top 10. They split him 3 wide into 3. Shotgun now behind the 8, makes contact with the 38. Lindo getting shoved high. Lindo will be sent to the back. Shotgun impatient, now to the outside line. The 38 of Annihilator gets to his inside, and another position lost for car 88. PTH the GOAT now shuffled out of the running order. Shotgun now sitting 9th in that Hendrick Chevrolet with 17 circuits remaining in stage 2. 3 wide for the lead. Look at this. 3 by 3, 2 rows deep. Look at the tight driving for first. Who's going to have the momentum? Here comes PTH the GOAT leading. He's got the most steam out of 2. The 21 backs off. 4 now with no help whatsoever. Now it's going to be the 24 of Dr. Bush with the momentum. The 1 car of TRT behind that 24. Will they make contact? Will they keep it together? Can they stay steady? The 42 of the real MT now 3 wide for his position. Look at this plate racing in stage 2. 2 car goes around. Contact being made, and then the Dodge Dakota driven car The Auto Trader Ford of Dodge Dakota spinning through the infield. 18 laps to go. We stay green in stage number 2. Fans at home, we will go to a 30-second break at the end of stage 2, provided we don't get a yellow flag before the end. Pre-rolls are now off. We will stay commercial-free for a minimum of 10 minutes for the next ad we throw up. There is Dodge Dakota 2001 in the Auto Trader Ford by his lonesome, not singing at full song. Drivers in the lead pack pushing 204 miles an hour across the line. New leader at the front of this race, Dr. Busch in the Exalta Chevrolet. Dr. Busch 46 points behind the leader, KFB, in the table. He's only 29 points behind Lucky Dog 385, and Lucky Dog not present in this race as you see more calamity behind these drivers. Lindo now coming up on the 12 of Henny. Big block from the 11 of Pot Pie and Dip. Dr. Busch leading this race. He's got 1 win in 5 starts and 4 other top 10s to supplement his top 5 point standings right now. Dr. Busch 46 markers back of the leader, well in the top 16. Playoff security not an issue for the driver of the Exalta Chevrolet. Lucky number 13, laps remain. In stage 2, the 19 of Panic losing control of his hot rod. Will he stay on the apron? And he does. Hats off to the driver of the Sirius XM Camry, still in contention. Going to try and introduce some new bots in this one. Let's go ahead and ask the 8-ball here. Will we have a repeat winner tonight? The 8-ball says, I would say no. Says no repeat winner. You at home can even ask your own questions. Just type in exclamation 8-ball. Follow it with a space and your question. See what our Streamlabs 8-ball will reply. We'll see if Streamlabs predictions comes true. Still one more stage to run, and if you're just joining us, I'm Rick James, bringing you uninterrupted green flag coverage of this 6th round of ENEA from the virtual Talladega Super Speedway. Lindo at the tail end of this lead pack, drafting with the 18 of KFB. Fewer than 12 laps remain. Hound Dog, who started 2nd in this race, now reduced to drafting with Monster 02 in the 48 car. Shotgun coming into this race, 7th in the point standings. He sits 4th right now. The 22 of Inferno Speed, he's in for tires and fuel by himself with no drafting partner. None of these leaders signaling that they will come down pit road. They must make a pit stop. They do not have the fuel to go the distance in the end of the stage. PTH the GOAT in the number 4, Hunt Brothers Ford, drafting with the 21 of Old Tweeter, trying to come through the tri-oval, but no momentum on the outside line. 21 of TRT, who led a majority of the laps in that opening stage, still drafting diligently behind the 24 of Dr. Bush because he knows there is a fundamental advantage to staying behind the leader. Dr. Bush in the 24 car is using all of his resources to lead this pack around, coming to, I believe, 10 laps to go. When will these drivers poke their heads into pit road? Will Dr. Bush be the first to yield his lead? Who will try to stretch that fuel? 9 laps now remain in the second period of racing. Out of that fourth corner, here come some of these leaders down pit road, and some of these guys forgetting their brakes. The 38 car of the Annihilator coming in extremely fast, as does the 88 car. 8 to go this time by. Which one of these leaders will undergo penalties for that extreme speeding? The number 4 of PTH the GOAT, new leader, and for the first time today, 3 Fords in the podium positions. Just a splash and dash for some of these drivers. There's a 38 of Annihilator who's been turned around in his stall. Still no activity for that 38. Is it a penalty for Annihilator? This will cripple his stage points with 8 laps to go. It is indeed a penalty for the 38 car and a huge loss for that 38 Mustang team. 7 to go now for these leaders. The 4 of PTH the GOAT leading, and there's Annihilator in the 38 car going 1 lap down for 21-12, and the red cap Ford of old Tweeter, who won at Charlotte last season, his only win of the year. He's looking for his first win, or at least his third top 5 in 5 starts this season. Who will come down pit road of these leaders? All of them coming at an enormous rate of speed, and the 21 looking like he's coming down way too quick. It'll be 6 laps to go for these leaders this time by. Now, the question is asked, how soon will this pack catch up to that pack? Only 3 cars here, the 24, the 88, and the 1 of Dr. Bush, ENEA Shotgun, and TRT respectively, who are projected to be first, second, and third. Lindo and the Real MT falling behind the pace, and now they'll struggle to catch back up to those top 3 Chevrolets, who would do well to catch back to those 2 to have the advantage. But now here they come around the start-finish line. Where is the other pack? TRT sitting third right now. The 12 of Henny still in the lead. Where are they? There they are, into 3. 12, 88, 11. Ford, Toyota coming to 6 laps to go. And that looks like the 38 of Annihilator, who's fallen a lap down and will struggle to catch up to these leaders. Pit strategy working out for the 12 of Henny. He is your new leader at Talladega. Five laps now remain in this second period of racing. Fans, again, a reminder, we will take a 30-second break at the end of stage 2 before we kick off the money stage. The stage where everything comes together. The 12 of Henny substituting for Crusher, who comes into this race 20th in points. He is only 9 points behind 16th Crusher, who will receive points from Henny's efforts today, could make their way into the playoff run with a good run from Henny. 4 laps to go. What do these Toyotas, the 18 of KFB and the 11 of Pot Pie respectively, have for the substitute pilot in the Jack Links Ford? Toyota's now to the outside. Here comes the 18 of KFB with help from the 11 of Pot Pie and Dip. It'll be 3 to go this time by. No help for Henny in the 12, but the 18 going the long way around. Help from the FedEx Camry, who now goes to the inside. The 18's been left for dead, left to dry. The 12 of Henny, who hasn't been left to dry, now just ahead of the 18 car. 4 laps to go. Mustang, Camry, your top 3. Three to go, excuse me. It'll be 2 to go next time by in this second stage. The 12 throwing the block, 18 dipping to the inside. Look at them side, left and right. All the while they scrub off that speed. The 11 of Pot Pie and Dip now to the outside. You'll have to tuck back in line. 2 laps to go this time by. The 18 of KFB plotting every move he can think of. 12 to the outside, trying to cut off the run. 18 once again to the outside. This time, will he have help from the 11? Toyota's trying the long way around the 12 car of Henny, making it the most difficult route, but this time the Toyotas will have him. 18 to the outside, 12 making contact with the 18, trying to slow his progress. The 11 now falling off that line, and he does indeed slow their progress. Does the 18 go to the inside line? He does not. He pulls the 11 with him. Both Toyotas managing to clear the 18 of KFB. New leader at Talladega, KFB 18. And this infernal scrolling now finally gets us to the leader with 1 lap to go in stage 2. (18, 11, 12), all of this for stage points here. Does the 11 of Pot Pie and Dip make a move out of 4? Will he practice for a late race move at the end of this one? 18, 11, 12, M&M's, FedEx, Jack Links Beef Jerky, now racing for the stage win. KF to the inside. Here comes the 12 of Henny with a head full of steam. The 11 trying the outside of the 18, but it will be KFB picking up the stage 2 win. The 11 of Pot Pie in second, and the 12 car of Henny finishing third. 30-second break, and we'll be back for the start of period number 3. Getting ready to start the money stage, brought to you by Freedom Venture Properties. Check them out at freedomventureproperties.com. Leading us to the line for the green flag through the Freedom Venture restart zone is KFB in the 18 car, Henny behind him in the 12. Let's get the money stage underway. Toyota, Ford, Chevrolet, your top three. KFB, Henny, Dr. Busch as they cross this line. The number 88 of ENEA Shotgun sitting fourth, and then Pot Pie and Dip, your stage 2 second place finisher, running fifth in the FedEx Camry. Bringing up the track facts brought to you by Freedom Venture one more time. 37 laps will be the length of this third and final stage in the race. KFB leading them to the line. Now the only question remains is when will the drivers choose to make that pit stop? They only have about 20 laps of fuel range, and there are 30 laps remaining. The drivers will have to decide if they stretch it out to the end or if they come in early to be light for the run to the finish. Tire importance comes at a minimum on this racetrack. It is all about track position for the final run to the end. One of TRT now to the outside. The lead cars still just dominating this race in its entirety. The inside line been the most popular tonight, but it is possible to make a run on the outside. The drivers must organize themselves to be ready for that outside pass. The 18 of KFB now to the outside. He's got the 12 car to his inside. Look at this, 3 wide driving with the 3 car of ENEA. Hound Dog now on now in the middle lane. Look at this, the 18, the 12, and the 9. 3 wide, all for second place. New leader, the 88 of Shotgun. What a sight. That is everybody taking advantage. Low, middle, high. Look at the plate racing here in stage 3. Unbelievable skill. Taking advantage of every inch, every lane of racing. The 88 car now to the outside. The 12 of Henny goes to the inside and takes advantage, and there's a 1 car in the wall. The 48 car of Monster, the 11 of Pot Pie and Dip get together. We stay green. Nobody goes around, but they lose so much momentum. 12 car leading the pack on the inside line now. The 88 of ENEA Shotgun on the outside with the 9 of Lindo well ahead. And drivers trying to get back into single file mode. So difficult for these drivers to get organized, but they do it without a single loss on that track. 12, 4, 18, now your top 3. Henny still leads. PTH the GOAT sitting in second. KFB 18 sitting third. Commando Griff saying the 18 is the only Toyota in this group. Earlier, when he was in his own drafting group, but now the 18 car carrying the responsibility for the Camry crew. The 11 of Pot Pie and Dip, who helped him to that stage 2 win, nowhere near. Next time by, drivers will have only 25 laps to go in this race. Car of Henny continues to lead, but he is using all that fuel, all that space up at the front. Drivers who lead the pack using more fuel, obviously, than drivers who can draft behind them. The 3 of Hound Dog was experimenting with the middle lane, only to find that the inside works best. The Bass Pro Tracker Boats Chevrolet now running 4th behind the 21 of Tweeter. The Real MT rounding out the top 5 in the Credit 1 Chevrolet. A quarter remains in round 6. Lindo to the high side now sneaks ahead of the 24 of Dr. Busch. Real MT, he comes into this race 17th in points. There are the points brought to you by Freedom Venture Properties. That 42 car, he is just 4 points behind that red line, that 16th place cutoff. Top 16 will make it into the playoffs after the regular season. But it is such a tough ask for these drivers to be consistent week in and week out. After this race, only 4 more regular season races remain. Gateway, Kansas, Michigan, and Homestead. July 14 will be the final race of the regular season, and after that, the top 16 drivers will make it into the Season 3 ENEA playoffs. Annihilator, well off the pace in the number 38 Fire Alarm Systems Ford. He comes into this 6th round 23rd in points in just 5 starts. He has no top 10s, certainly no wins, and his playoff hopes dwindling. He is going to need the turnaround of the century to make it into those ENEA playoffs. At the front of this race now, the 12 of Henny, substituting for Crusher, could be earning him some sensational points today. 22 laps remain. Next time by. Henny now leading in that 22 car. The pit window has officially opened. Drivers now have to get their strategy together. The 4 of PTH the GOAT has been pushing, supporting the 12 car all stage long, but now the 22 car is in that mix. The 18 of KFB trying to find some way through. Dr. Bush, who led for a brief time in that second stage, he's running at the tail end of the top 5. Lindo in the 9 car. He's got a lot of points to make up. Vols fan is in the chat. Glad to have you here, Vols. Thank you so much, buddy. Hope your family is doing well. Shotgun in the 88 car, drafting with the 9 of Lindo. Shotgun currently sitting 11th right now. These two drivers must work out some strategy as they have no draft to go off of. Big wreck behind him, the 42 into turn number 3. Cars spinning, flying everywhere. The 1 of TRT's been involved in that one. Yellow flag comes out with 21 laps to go, and that may as well have just settled all caution, all fuel mileage worries. We're going to be restarting with fewer than 20 laps to go, and it's going to be a shootout to the end. Big wreck in turn number 3. And now it's every driver virtually for himself. Vols fans saying, I love Rick James TV. Love you too, buddy. Appreciate you, pal. And then, of course, AZ Yotes King saying, hey, Rick, what's going on, Yotes? Glad to have you here, pal. This is going to be an insane finish brought to us by Freedom Venture Properties. There's the round 6 point standings and this 37-lap stage coming to the very end. Green flag is out. Every driver can now make it on fuel. Let's see what you've got. PTH the GOAT to the lead. Dodge Dakota in the 2, now to the inside of Monster in that 48 car. Panic, DNFing, as does the 17 of Knockout. KFB 18 in the M&M's mini car, now behind that 22 Pennzoil Chevrolet. Big lag spike from Lindo in the 9. The 11 car of Pot Pie caught up. The 88 of Shotgun slots down to the inside now. The 22 car being piloted by Inferno Speed in 3rd. 3 Fords in the podium positions. The Camry of KFB in 4th. The Real MT, who was just involved in that most recent accident, rounding out the top 5 in the Credit One Chevrolet. 16 laps to go in round 6. The 38 of Annihilator going to the inside, washing well up that racetrack. Everybody making it through mostly unharmed, but look at the backup here. 3 wide as drivers struggle to get the race car together. Hound Dog drafting behind the 21 of Tweeter. They'll be sent to the back. Monster will bring up the rear. Now it's a question of who moves when. There's the 22 of Inferno Speed, leaving the door open for the 18 of KFB. Henny in the 12 car looking to the inside of the leader. The yellow line rule is in effect. 15 laps remain at Talladega. Dodge Dakota back in the fight for a top 10 spot. Now behind the 1 of the pole sitter, TRT. Tweeter in the number 21 Red Cab Ford behind Dodge Dakota. Look at the 88 of Shotgun getting shot to the outside. The 88 with a big shove to the 42. The 11 backs down. The 38 now with no help on the outside. He's going to get railroaded into 3. Pot Pie and Dip sitting 6th in the number 11 FedEx Camry behind his Toyota compatriot cars, jostling left and right, trying to stay off of each other. The storm is brewing, to quote my brother Repeat 1975. 4 cars still leads. Everybody can make it. Lucky number 13 laps to go. Next time across the line. The 24 of Dr. Bush needing a good points day today. Drafting behind the 9 of Lindo. There is Lindo, who is doing fantastically well, given last year's point standings. What a turnaround season for him. 13 laps to go, but will luck be on his side? Lucky Dog 385 with 3 wins this season not present, so he will not make it 4. Who will end up taking the luck from him this afternoon? 12 and a half laps to go. 4, 12, 22, your top 3. Inferno Speed struggling to control that high-speed Pennzoil hot rod on the inside line. 12 of Henny to the outside, trying to side draft off of the 4 car of PTH the GOAT. He crosses the line with a dozen laps remaining. Henny, with no help, left out to dry. Henny into the wall, 12 car into the wall. Now he's losing all sorts of positions. Getting sent to the back. There is the Jack Links Ford, just losing control of that Mustang, and he'll need a miracle now to catch back up to the field. The draft will kiss him goodbye, and there's the 22 of Inferno Speed in the middle lane. He's lost that race car's line, and now he will also be sent to the back. That will be the only respite for the 12 of Henny. At the front, it's still the 4 of PTH the GOAT, protecting, hugging the inside line, as the win certainly could depend on it. Drivers now must organize a pass on the outside. Here comes the 38 of Annihilator, while the 18 of KFB backs off the gas. Look at the closing speed up to the 42. Does he make a run to the outside? He does not. Big push to the 42 of the Real MT. Ford, Chevrolet, Toyota, your top 3, 10 to go, next time by. Hot Pie and Dip running fourth as you can hear the sheet metal grinding behind these drivers. The FedEx Camry trying to deliver a podium position with 10 laps remaining, 9 at the line. These Camrys drafted their way to the Stage 2 victory last time around. They made a pass on the outside to get around the leader, now struggling to stay in line. Contact between the 24 and the 21 of Dr. Bush and Tweeter. Everybody survives. They back off the gas, but will they stay this way for long? Nine to the inside of the 2. 9 laps now to go. There's the 11 with a huge block on the 22. Hot Pie and Dip just sending the 22 below the yellow line. The 11 car backs off and yields his position. The 88 of Shotgun barely survives, almost 3 wide out of the second corner. Contact amongst the leaders. That's the 18 and the 42 making contact from the nose of the 4. PTH the GOAT. Cars on the apron washing up the racetrack, trying to survive to the end. The 9 of Lindo bounces off the apron. He will lose the draft and he'll need a miracle to get back up into the field. 4 cars still leads. Eight to go. PTH the GOAT just ahead. Cars still staying well off the pace. The 11 car getting around the 88 out of turn number 2. Drivers losing that draft. Here's the 3 of Hound Dog. Big push to the 24. Will the 24 and the 3 of Bush and Hound Dog get momentum? The 1 and the 21 joining. Now they've got 5 cars pushing on the outside. Hound Dog gets out of line. 24 loses steam, and the leaders on the inside keep their momentum coming to the line. 7 to go. This time by. Look at this, 3 wide for first. Now the 42 to the inside of the 4. Drag race for first with fewer than 7 laps to go in this race. 6 to go. Next time around, the real MT racing back from family tragedy, trying to get the win in what would be an emotional afternoon for him. 42, 18, 21 your top 3. Camaro, Camry, Mustang coming to 6 laps to go. KFB looking to the inside of the 42 car, the real MT. Now with 6 to go, he could use the points. He would love the win. The 18 and the 21 also winless this season, as is the 42 of the real MT. 5 to go. Next time by, and you can surmise it will be every man for himself once the white flag flies. Here comes Tweeter on the outside with big support from the 9 and the 2. That's Lindo and Dodge Dakota. There's the push on the outside. Tweeter in the 21. Still moving, still has momentum. The one of TRT, pulse hitter for today's race, pushing along the outside. No more momentum for the inside line as Dr. Bush backs off the 18 car. Now Tweeter with the advantage over that 42 car. There you saw the 38 of Annihilator, DNF's new leader, Old Tweeter with 5 laps to go. Four to go next time by. 21 drag racing with the 42 down the back straight. 21 clears. Does he stay in the middle and take the one with him? Does he go to the inside to put the block on the 42? 42 of the real MT with no momentum. KFB backing off in the 18 car. The real MT continues to slide back. 21, 1, 2 now clear the 42. 5 cars on the outside. Dr. Busch joins the train. 6 cars on the outside. 2 to the inside. 4 laps now remain. '21 clears with 3 laps to go. Single file, top 6. Now, all the leaders coming to the final 3 laps. Where do they make their move? Tweeter, winless this season. Just 1 win last year. Needs to solidify his standing in the points. He comes into this race 11th in the standings. Tweeter in the playoff picture by a mere by less than that, by a mere 19 points. Tweeter is safe in the playoff picture. Must do better if he wants to solidify that playoff standings. Alpha York hosting 15 minutes ago. Appreciate you, Alf. Thank you so much, pal. Drivers still at speed. Coming to 2 laps to go at Dega. The round 6 win. Will it come down to a last lap pass? You can see the 1 of TRT now backing off, giving himself some space to the 21 of Tweeter. 5 1/3 miles remain. White flag is out. Next time by. Where will this race end up? 1 to the inside, and now the 21 being split. No help for Tweeter. Railroaded up the inside. The 4 of PTH makes his move around the outside. New leader coming to the white flag, TRT. PTH the GOAT now in 5th, battling with the 42. TRT leading. He's got the 2 of Dodge Dakota behind him. Chevy, Ford, Chevy. 2.66 miles remain in round 6. 2 car looks to the inside. 42 of the real MT looking on the outside with no help. 1 car leading. 2 car behind him. 1, 2, 3. Sitting 1, 2, 3. 1 1/3 miles to go. Can't leave it too late. You need a drafting partner. Does the 2 of Dodge Dakota make his run to the outside? Does he look to the inside? The 1 protects the yellow line on the bottom. Dodge Dakota only with 1 more shot to make this happen. On the inside line on the tri-oval. 3 wide for 2nd. Not enough momentum, and it's going to be the 1 car of TRT who gets the win at Talladega. What a finish. Fantastic finish. At Dega, it looked like the 1 of TRT was followed up by the 3 of Hound Dog and the 24 of Dr. Busch. 3 wide, beaten and banging for the end there. And TRT 7-7-9. Coming into this race, 6th in points, getting his first win of the season. Fantastic way to end that race. Fans at home, sit tight. We will have podium interviews in just a few moments. on a podium after a thrilling finish. And Vols fan, just giving those emotions, saying, holy bleep in the chat. Rock NASCAR saying, congrats TNT, and AZ Yotes King saying, wow, what a finish. And I couldn't agree more with our third place driver, Dr. Busch, in the number 24 Exalta Chevrolet. Dr. Busch, coming to that white flag, did you have any chance at a podium position?
I knew I was fast enough, but I knew if I set myself up right, I would be able to. I don't know if I'm sure you saw on the stream those last 2-3 laps there. I was doing everything I could to get a run and try to start a high line there, but everybody was just hanging in that low line. But I knew it was going to be wild there coming to the checkered. Kind of sat back there, waited for everybody to kind of do their thing, spread out, and I was able to squeeze it right up through the middle there. I think I came to the line at like 7th, 8th position and was able to squeeze out of 3rd place there. So that was pretty fun.
A wonderful 3rd place finish that you managed to eke out at the end, and it will certainly increase your points standings. Great run there, Dr. Busch. We'll see you next week at Gateway.
Thanks, Rick.
Our 2nd place finisher driving the number 3 Bass Pro Chevrolet ENEA Hound Dog. Hound Dog, you're coming into this race 13th in points. You're only sitting just 15 some points away from playoff safety, and it is your your 4th top 10 in 6 starts. Great run today.
Thank you, Rick. Yeah, race didn't start out too well for me. Led with TRT most of the first stage, and then got caught up in some lag issues, went a lap down, ran 2nd stage a lap down, and then when I got my lap back in the 3rd stage, I'm sure you saw I had to make some moves there, put it 3-4 wide, but was able to get to the top 5 and ran the rest of the race in line, and a few guys dipped out, and I stayed dedicated to the bottom, came home P2.
A great silver medal run, and congratulations on those points, Hound Dog. We'll see you in a week's time in St. Louis.
Thanks, Rick.
Before we get to the winner, I want to talk about our race presenter, Freedom Venture Properties. They buy houses in 4 easy steps. Their team handles all the work. There's no closing fees, commissions, and their job is to make your experience fast and easy. No repairs are needed. If the house needs repairs, don't worry. They buy houses in any condition and they sell fast. Those 4 easy steps, just contact them, schedule a visit, accept the offer, and receive cash within days. Check them out on their Facebook at Freedom Venture Properties. Email them info@freedomventureproperties.com or check them out on their website, freedomventureproperties.com. The locally based Chattanooga, Tennessee real estate company is here to lead their clients into freedom from their real estate burdens. And now the winner. Driver of the number 1 Gear Wrench Chevrolet TRT 779. When that white flag flew, did you know you were going to win this race?
I mean, there's no guarantee in that end, especially with the checkered line all the way far away. There's no guarantee, so I just made sure and said a prayer going into that last lap that it would I could hold off on it.
I was saying earlier today that you were winless, but this is your 2nd victory. Oh no, in Xfinity, that's your 2nd victory here. If we're talking about the Cup Series here, I believe that's your 1st win here in the Cup Series. You now join Lucky Dog 385, Dr. Busch, and PTH the GOAT as points race winners this season. Are you going to carry that momentum into Gateway next week?
I can only hope so. I mean, I take one race at a time and, kind of sit down and analyze. I mean, I've had a pretty good season. I've been just kind of, gathering some points. I haven't, been, up front with all the guys all the time, but, just being consistent every week in and out, that'll help you out. So we hope so.
Another consistent race and a win for you, TRT. Congratulations on your gold medal.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Fans at home, that's going to do it for us tonight. Another ENEA chapter is in the books. Round 6 at Talladega comes to a close next Wednesday night, approximately 9:30 p.m. Round 7 from Gateway International. Keep your eye on that, or as it's now known, WWT, excuse me. But keep your eye on that What a finish tonight. Couldn't ask for anything better. For Dr. Bush, ENEA Hound Dog, TRT 779, I'm Rick James, and it's been my pleasure to bring you another ENEA race. Give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter, or right here on Twitch. Fans at home, stay safe, take care of each other, and we'll